Thank you all for coming to this year's Thornton Alumni Legacy Fund Alumni Day Hall of Fame induction. Can we get a round of applause for our marching Wildcats? My name is Jerry Doss. I'm one of the Assistant Superintendent of Schools for Thornton District 205, also proud graduate, class of 2000, Thornton Township High School. On behalf of our Board of Education, our Superintendent, Dr. Cunningham, our TALF Board, I'd like to welcome you all back to Wildcat Country and to this prestigious event. Without further ado, I'd like to call Thornton's #1 Wildcat, Colonel Tony Ratliff, down for a few brief remarks on behalf of Thornton Township High School.
They coming out? Hoorah! Come on out, Wildcats. Advance to be recognized. Honorees, you may be seated. Thank you. Wildcats, Wildcat alumni, welcome back home. Welcome. My name is Tony Ratliff, very, very proud principal of this great school. Class of 1980, I'm also an alum. Came in here in '76 and walked out in '80 and did a couple of things and I'm back. What an honor and a privilege it is just for me to be here to greet you all. I stand before you as a representative of the staff and the student body of Thornton Township High School. I want to let you know, before I even give a great honor recognition to our honorees, I want to let you know that this is still, it was when you were here, it was when I attended, and it still is an awesome school. And I want to thank the students before me in representing us. Now, let me be transparent. The students, the band that you see before you, the cheerleading squad that you see before you, the dancers that you see before you, they're not quite the size of those auxiliaries that when we were students. They're not quite that size, but let me tell you, they're even better. They're even better. These groups, the band, the dancers, they perform very aggressively throughout the school year, participating in battle of the bands, often coming first, taking first place. I have all kinds of first place honors and recognitions for them in different battles of the bands. Because, of course, if Wildcats don't take first, why bother? That's what we do. They represent the school in the Chinese New Year Parade, the Bud Billiken Parade, Veterans Day Parade, Columbus Day Parades. They do it all, so I'm very, very proud of them. They brave the cold during football seasons and doing some of those parades out there that you see on TV, so I'm very proud of them. Under the direction of Mr. James Renner. Thank you, sir. And the same goes for our cheerleaders, right? And awesome, awesome set of ambassadors for Wildcat Country. So thank you, ladies. Thank you, men. Thank you, Coach Bear. Now, last, about our school, what makes us great? We've always been great. Always. But I want to share with you a little history because history was made here 2 days ago with the state of Illinois. In 1983, the Reagan administration came out with a report called A Nation at Risk. And to make a long story short on that, to summarize that, what it entailed was schools that are primarily in urban areas were failing. They had a concern about that. But of course, the resources didn't come in behind the concern, as usual. Of course, Thornton was identified back then as one of those schools. In 2001, the Bush Jr. administration came up with No Child Left Behind that classified schools under very unrealistic guidelines, very unrealistic expectations for schools. And so, since 2001, Thornton Township High School was known as a failing school, according to No Child Left Behind standards. We knew better. We did not let that get us down. We didn't let us change our course. We stayed the course. Graduated 100% of our graduates, going on to colleges and universities and military, trade schools. This year alone, Thornton Township High School led the district in the highest SAT scores, the most IB diplomas, the highest attendance rate, the highest graduation rate, the most Illinois State scholars. Damn it, we still do it. We're not to be denied by anybody. We weren't when you were students, we aren't now. Same aid, what's it called? Same fight, different round. We're still wild. Once a wildcat, always a wildcat. This year, the state of Illinois Board of Education gave up. They capitulated. And they finally, now, formally recognized Thornton Township High School as a commendable school in the state of Illinois. That being said, congratulations everybody. Congratulations to the students, to the staff. Honor and recognitions go to them both past and present. Now, to the honorees. This is one of my favorite times of the year, right? I have 3 favorite times of the year. The first day of school when all of my students are in, then the day they all leave, and then this day, right? Because everything in the middle is a blur. And I typically go nuts, you know, but when I tell you, when my students leave, I really miss them over the summer, and I'm so excited about them coming back, you know, so I really, you know, I don't know, call it what you want, man, but I love my students, and I miss them. Sometimes they drive me nuts, most times adults drive me nuts, right? But I want to give today, stand here before you, and give honor and recognition to all of the alumni who were recognized here today, who's going to make the wall. And I'm very proud of them. One young man I went to school with, one young lady I'm related to. Man, these Wildcats, this is awesome. And I tell you, it's really a humbling feeling for me to sit here and to greet those of you in the audience who are Wildcats, and then those who are being honored for your great works in the community and being recognized. Because one thing I teach my students, to everybody here, you know, we don't think local, not Wildcats. We don't have the luxury of thinking local. We always have to think global, because Thornton Township High School is a global society. It's not, we represent a global society. In fact, we lead a global society. That's what we do. And so their minds are geared towards that as they leave out of here. There is no pride greater than Wildcat pride in this district, and I'm proud of them for that. And so as they stand here, the honorees did a replication of that same Wildcat pride. I want to thank you. I congratulate you again, everybody, and congratulations. I can't wait to shake your hands and see you down there later on down the hall. Congratulations, everybody. And let's close it out, Mrs. Render. We'll close me out with my favorite song. Is Laura here? Hey, there you are. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is Lawrence Powell in the house? Pudge. There you are, Pudge. I'll tell you right now, I gotta share this with you. A couple of years ago, we relocated the Lou Boudreaux room from the mezzanine level to the first floor for obvious reasons, right? I don't know if Thornton Township High School will ever get elevators, but we don't have that. We don't wear that youth like we used to anymore. And so we took it down to the first floor to accommodate our alum as they could come back and check out the memories of their times in the Lou Boudreaux room. And so Lawrence Powell, Pudgy, was the original architect who put this thing together, and we just threw it on. It was just a big mess, and we threw it on. And it took months for him squaring that thing away, trying to get it together. And eventually he moved on, and the room was there. It was there. It was there. But it was missing. It was missing. It was missing that Wildcat touch to it. And all of a sudden, the TALF, under the influence of Ms. Kaufman, through Kay Bush, got in touch with me, and she did something real crazy, like volunteered to do this. I said, oh my God, but I have to tell you, the Lou Boudreaux room right now, with the help of Laura and a few more Wildcats, I don't know who you are, but I love you for it. I'll tell you, it's breathtaking now. It's breathtaking. I want to thank you for your efforts over the time. Thank you so much. I'm honored. Pudge, I want to thank you, man, for even stepping up and taking on the crazy challenge of being the original architect of trying to make sense out of all that stuff, man. So I want to thank you all, okay? Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Ratliff. Why don't we give Mr. Ratliff, one of the hardest working principals south of Chicago, state of Illinois, Cook County, a big round of applause, because I know he was talking about moving our school into level 2 status, but we've been here for the last 10 years. Tony Ratliff. Come on, take your bow, Tony Ratliff. When I heard the news, the first thing I did was send Mr. Ratliff an email and said, proud day to be a Wildcat. There's only a few of us that can say that. All Wildcats. So at this time, before we move forward with the program, I'd also like to acknowledge the group of people that Tony was just talking about, our TALF leadership and our TALF board. So if Kay Barnhill Bush is here, can you wave your hand, Kay? She's our president. Eric Fox, 69, treasury. Lynette Taylor, secretary. Kathy Bankhead, member. Pamela Barnes. Dick Condon, Golden Boy, where are you? There you go, 1949. Myself, Mr. Jakubiak, Laura Sartori Kaufman, Jerry Kaufman, Chris Lavette Thomas, Dale Mize, Deborah Morton, Dr. Harry Orion, Gabrielle Rose, and Lamar Thomas. We also have a few honorary members, Barbara Boudreaux, Tom Dreesen, Senator Napoleon Harris, Bill Hayes, Virginia Seidel, and Mr. Dan Houston. And also a memorial from the charter group, Janet G. Bohagic, 66, and Glenda Sue Bus Dillman, 1957. At this time, I'd like to call Mr. or Dr. Victor Jackson, our keynote speaker today, class of 1965. He was academic in sports, starting guard on a basketball team. He currently practices internal medicine. So without further ado, I'd like to call our guest speaker, special presentation, Dr. Jackson. Thank you.
Thank you. So, welcome. It's glad to be back on campus. Graduated in 1965. They told me a lot of students was going to be here, so I was preparing to talk to students. But it looks like I'm going to be preaching to the choir. So, but let me tell you a little bit about my experience at Thornton and life path at Thornton. From Markham, Illinois, suburb of the Harvey area, went to Longfellow Middle School, and then move up to Thornton. At the time, me and my classmates were watching Thornton Wildcats on television back then. They were state champions. So coming to Thornton was like watching superstars. And we got a chance to see Leon Clark, Ray Banks, Bob Perez in the hallways of Thornton. No way in the world were we going to play hooky and miss that opportunity. So, to be truthful, I came to school to play ball. I came to school to be around these superstars in my life. Back then, Chicago Bulls and all that was not big. Not at all. High school basketball was the biggest show in town. When those guys played here on the campus, all the stores shut down. Getting a ticket was standing room only. So my dream, my goal, was to play high school basketball, not college basketball, not pro basketball. And to do that, I know I had to keep my grades up. Also, I want to commend the principal and the staff here on getting your full status as accredited high school. It always has been that when I was here, and I'm sure it will always stay that. My wife is a school teacher for 40 years herself, so high school teacher, so I know what she goes through. She loves what she does. In fact, she's not here today because she's teaching today. So, I'm coming to Thornton and trying to keep my grades up only so I can be on the basketball team. And I'm going to be honest, that was the only reason I kept my grades up. I had an older brother, older sister that were college bound, and so I was expected to go to college, but I really just wanted to play high school basketball. That's all. That's all. Everything was going on at school. No way possible did I miss one day of school, and we had snowstorms galore. And the reason why, nothing was going on outside of this building. Everything that was happening was in this building. All of my friends, all of the good people, girls here, and I'm going to miss school. You know, I had a good sense of at least being in school. I had teachers that pushed me, and I thought they were aggravating me because I wasn't giving my best. But they pushed me to give my best, pushed me to do things that I didn't want to do. And I went on to do it. Because mainly I knew I had to do it to be on the basketball team. Make a long story short, we followed that great basketball team and had a fantastic team ourselves. And about time I was ready to go to college, I still wanted to hang around this area. That's where, you know, I was glorified. My name was known. I was on the high school basketball team that got fourth in the state. We were on TV, had a parade in town, and everything was going on here. But oh no. My mother put me in a car, drove me to a little town in Iowa. Now, Thornton had 5,000 students when I was here. The high school here had 5,000 students. The town she dropped me off in had 8,000 people. The school had 800 students in Iowa, Mount Pleasant, Iowa. And she knew I didn't want to go. She dropped me off right in front of the dormitory, dropped my bags, and drove away. I'm sure she was crying about the little baby. What are you doing? And I'll be honest, there was 4 black students on campus. I was treated royally, beautiful place, but I was out of my comfort zone. And the toughest part of that little college that I didn't even realize was a tough academic college because I was so well prepared by Thornton. They prepared me for everything. Science and everything I was prepared for. And I was competing with students from Connecticut and other cities and states, and Thornton well prepared. The biggest part was adjusting to the social life. No radio, no this, no that. A little bitty gym we had. Thornton had 4 basketball gyms back then. I mean, huge gyms. We had a little bitty gym that we wouldn't even play our freshman games in. But, you know, I persevered. I stayed in. And same thing. In order to play basketball, I had to keep my grades up. And I had teachers and counselors pushing me to go further and harder. And about the time I was ready to graduate, here we go again. I got no calls from the NBA from Iowa West. And in my head, I was dreaming, they might just recognize me because I was captain on the team. We had a decent team, but we were NAI, which is the smallest league that you can get in. So they pushed me to apply to medical school. And lo and behold, I got drafted. I got drafted by 4 or 5 different medical schools. And I was not a straight A student. I was not a straight A student. They drafted me because I played sports, graduated in 4 years, and kept my grades up and took a tough curriculum of science. Northwestern, others drafted me, and I went up for interviews, and I could pick and choose what school I wanted to go to. And that was impressive. And so I went on to medical school, and it was a big difference. Medical school was the first time in my life at 3:30 there was no basketball practice. I was used to that from grade school on. So I was a big boy, uncomfortable. But they had intramural ball and I played ball, and still had fun in medical school. Moved on to residency. Did that in New Orleans. Charity Hospital in New Orleans, 2 like that's where I met my wife in the hospital down there. And Thornton prepared me for all of that. The biggest thing I want to let you know, I was not perfect at any one of those levels I went to. Never had a 4 on it. Never did. Not even got close. But I persevered. I persevered. So I want to encourage those students over there that do not quit before a miracle happens. There was a period where I was just going to school, I thought, to play ball. I wasn't all that interested in what I became later on in life. But all those things prepared me. All of those things, teamwork, coming to practice consistently, giving your best in another area. And then when we got to medicine, around my junior year, it clicked in. That's when we had to touch patients and not books. And that's when my passion for taking care of a patient, making them well, being a leader, controlling a disease, the same concepts that I learned on the basketball court, the same things that those teachers pushed me to do. Staying up late at night became easy because I wanted Mrs. Jones to live. It wasn't like I had to do it to take a test. And that's when the miracle kicked in. And it still is with me today. I love what I do. I'm 71 years old, practicing medicine in the state of Louisiana. Still love it. And because that's a passion. But if I would have given up before the miracle happens, and did not do things that I did not want to do, but I was pushed to do by people who cared and loved me, I want to give you that encouragement to do that today as well. And I want to thank Thornton Township High School for giving me that foundation to be the best that I can be. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Jackson. At this time, we're going to be moving into the part of the program where we honor our inductees. But prior to that, I'd like to introduce 2 student ambassadors that will be assisting us with the honoring. First is Ms. Lisette Placencia and Mr. Malachi Wright. All right, first honoree this afternoon is the Honorable Edward L. Kipley, Senior, Class of 1933. All right, thank you. Elfidra Ron Harrer, 1942. Mr. John Marcello, 1954. Dr. Linda K. Divas, 1960. Brother Harry Hall, 1965. Our very own Janet G. Bohacic, 1966. Lynetta Taylor, 1968. Randy Allen Daniels, 1969. Daniel Meade, 1969. Don Brooks Ellis, 1970. Frederick S. Cooper III, 1970. Harpelio J. Powell Satori, 1971. Police Chief Mitchell R. Davis III, 1980. Ellen C. Malone, 1997. And our faculty honorees, Mr. John England, and our very own coach, Rocky Hill. All right, let's give them all a great big round of applause so they can dance in glory. All right, at this time, as customary, we will ask that everyone depart the auditorium and move down the main hallway for the official portrait unveiling, which is led by Mr. Tony Ratliff, Principal.